Hey guys, this is Kyle Skelly with Innovating the Outdoors, and we're here to release our new product. This is our pull down rope, or our bow hoist. Can be used as both, can you be used as one or the other, so whatever you guys want to use it for. So what is it? It is 7/64 Amsteel, that's 30 foot long, so you're getting 30 foot of bow rope or pull down rope. I found that 30 foot is more than enough. If you're going more than 30 foot, you could always add on to this if you wanted to, but I tend to not go much higher than 20-25 foot, and that's really pushing it. So it will have a spliced eye on each end of the bow rope or pull down rope, and those will pair very nicely with our Paracord Saddle Aid. So our Paracord Saddle Aid is designed to accept both 7/64 Amsteel and Paracord, obviously. So very nice, has just enough resistance. If you wanted to carry it in like that, you could. I prefer to put it in a dump pouch or in the top of my backpack. What we also did with it is we incorporated and designed our own bungee ball. So this is a micro bungee ball, we'll call it. It consists of 1/8 inch bungee and a TPU or rubber made bungee ball. So with the old bungee balls, they were hard plastic. If you banged them off something, they made a heck of a noise, so you had to wrap them in tape. Then when you wrapped them in tape, it really was difficult to get the bungee on and off because you now added a lot of resistance. So we designed this so that we can basically have the same concepts as a bungee ball, but without having that big bulky piece of plastic. So this is what the profile will look like. Now it's almost just as big as my hand. So when I'm going to deploy it, I'm getting ready to rappel down or hoist my bow up, whichever. I will just unhook the bungee ball. It'll self-deploy because it's the 7/64 Amsteel, not the Dynaglide. The Dynaglide always had a tendency to bundle up or bunch up and knot up in my bag, or when I deployed it, it never deployed the whole way to the ground. With this 7/64 Amsteel, yes, it's a little bit bulkier, you know, maybe an ounce more, I don't know. I'm not a real ounce guy, but yeah, this might weigh like an ounce more than 30 or 40 foot of Dynaglide. But if you deal with one, you know, bird's nest in the woods, you'll appreciate that 1 ounce with the 7/64s. So when I'm running my ohm on my one sticking rope or my rappel rope, there's the 2-inch spliced eye in the ohm. So coming right off the ohm, there's that 2-inch spliced eye that you hook your carabiner into. So with our systems, we're trying to get away from as many moving parts as possible. So I'm trying to eliminate carabiners, especially carabiners that aren't needed, like accessory carabiners. I always have my linesman belt on my hip, and I'm always using the quick links, I believe they're called, Novo quick link. I think Real Deal Amsteel carries these. These are fantastic pieces of equipment as well. So when I'm getting ready to rappel down, there's my 2-inch spliced eye in my ohm. I'm going to take one end, doesn't matter what end you choose. Typically I'll choose the one without the bungee ball, but I'll show you the one with the bungee ball to show that it does not interfere at all with the system that we're going to show here. So I'm going to take my pull down rope, I'm going to pass it through the eye like I'm threading a needle of the ohm tether lock. Then I'm going to turn my ohm around and I'm going to pass it through the 2-inch eye on my pull down rope. And when I do that, I create a girth hitch. I believe that's called a girth hitch. And what happens with that is when I pull, it self-locks. Now I've made one connection with no carabiners in my pull down rope, and I can pull my rope down off the tree. It works no differently than if you hooked a carabiner in here, so we're not going to really do a quick snippet of this pulling off the tree, but you can see, I mean, I'm really putting more pressure than I would if I had to pull the rope down. So that's one great benefit to this system. The other good benefit to this system is the second part of it, which is using it as a bow hoist. I'll try and get a good shot of this, but all I'm gonna do is definitely, I mean, again, you could do it with the bungee ball side. I prefer not to do it with the bungee ball side. I will take the other end of my bow rope right here. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make another loop, guys. So I'm just gonna go reach through the 2-inch eye, grab my rope, and now I've made just kind of like a slip knot per se. So what I'm gonna do there is, for me, I like to go through the bottom set of limbs on my bow. So I go through those limbs, and then I take this and I hook this right around my stabilizer, just like that. And now when I pull this tight, it cinches, and now I can pull my bow up just like that. And then if I'm doing that and using this as a bow rope, on the other end, I would have my Paracord Saddle Aid on either the hip pocket or in the back. If you're not carrying a lot of dump pouches, me, I just carry one. So I actually have one of these hooked in the back, so it's totally out of the way. And what I'll do is I'll just take the other end with the bungee ball and hook that into my Paracord Saddle Aid. Now I've created a bow rope that doesn't have any metal parts where I'm going to damage, you know, my limbs, nick my cams. So that's really the intent of this design, is to eliminate hardware, and it pairs very, very nicely with our ohm tether locker. And I'm sure this looks a little bit different, so you guys will be seeing a video on this here shortly. So probably I'd say probably by the end of June, you'll see just a slight update to the ohm, and we'll go through and we'll post a whole new video for that as well. So guys, that's the 764 Amsteel pull down and bow hoist rope. I will go over real quickly how I package this up. So I have this all scattered out on the table here. I'm going to take the end that does not have the bungee cord. I'm going to hook it onto my thumb with that 2-inch spliced eye, and then you're just going to figure 8 on your hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over my pinky, and then I'm going to cross over and go over the top of my thumb. And now I'm just going to repeat over the top of my pinky, over the top of my thumb, over the top of my pinky, over the top of my thumb. You're creating an 8. And then once you get good at it, you can just sit here and you'll do this over and over and over and over again until you have that 30 foot all bunched up nicely. And then the bungee ball, you stop that kind of right in the middle, just like that. I'm going to push it through. And that's it. Straighten it out a little bit. And there's my 30 foot packaged up real nicely, just about the size of my hand, you know, weighs a couple ounces. So that's the pull down rope that we're going to offer for you guys. Again, I want to say it's Memorial Day for us here, so for all of us, sorry. So one, you know, let's remember the day and you know why we have this day off from work and can enjoy it with our families. There's a lot of people out there that made the ultimate sacrifice to give us the freedoms. For me, the freedom to do this, to practice my religion the way that I can. So with that being said, we should all feel very honored for the people that have lost their lives, have shed the blood and paid the ultimate price to give us our God-given liberties. So you guys take care, and thank you again, and we will see you at our next product release. So thanks guys, take care.